the Stable Studio. I don't know what my fingers are doing there for a minute. Mistakes included, as always. I don't charge extra for those. Something a little bit different today. I thought I'd just share a chord sequence from a song that I just love improvising over because it's just a lot of fun, and it kind of forces you to play the change in the sequence there a little bit. Some of you might recognise the song. It's a song by oh my god, it's September by Earth, Wind and Fire. There we go. My brain escaped me for a moment. So yeah, September by Earth, Wind and Fire. You might recognise it, but it's a chord sequence. It's a great little sequence to play over, and it's in A major, F sharp minor, whichever you want to call it. Almost. So the chords are D major 7, which I'm playing just there, C sharp minor 7, B minor 7. So then it goes back up to C sharp minor 7, and then F sharp minor. And it does this sequence, this part of the sequence 3 times. So D major 7, C sharp minor 7, B minor 7, C sharp minor 7, F sharp minor. 3 times. Then on the end you get this chord, which is a G major 7 with an A in the bass. It's kind of like an A11, really, sort of an A11 sound. You've got an A in the bass and a G major 7 underneath. Sometimes I play it like this as well, which is quite nice up here. Depends, but that's where it's played, I think, on the original. Now this is something that I thought of because I was doing a gig a little while back, and this song was a wedding, usual wedding gig, you know, and this song's always in the set. It's a favourite wedding gig song. If anybody's played weddings, they've probably played this song at some point. And they're like, oh yeah, go for it. Let's do a guitar solo, you know, blow a solo over the end. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, A major, off we go. And then it got to that chord and I was like, A major over that chord doesn't sound quite right because of the G major 7 underneath the A. Kind of gives it it's almost like a dominant 7th kind of thing, but it's not, it's an A11. But you've got this flat 7, the G note there. So the Mixolydian works lovely over that chord. So the great thing about this sequence is you play A major for this part, works perfectly, and then when you get to that last time, when it goes to the A11, you hit the G Mixolydian. So the only thing you need to do if you're in A major already is just flat the 7. Or you can think D major, if that helps. Rather than you thinking, oh, I'm in A major, but I've got to just flat every 7th note, you know, that I see. If that's a bit complicated, then just think, oh, D major for a second. And then if that's easier for you to think that way, and that's the way I think sometimes, as if you've seen my videos before, you know I like superimposing. Oh my goodness, my lip's not working. Superimposing scales over top of others, just to, you know, give it that kind of modal kind of thing, rather than thinking, oh, it's a major scale with a flat 7. I'm thinking D major in this instance. It's up to you what you want to do. But A major scale, you can play the 3-note per string major scale here. It's a good shape if you don't know it. It's a good shape if you do know it. I'm not sure what I was trying to say. If you don't know, learn it. That's what I was trying to say. So all you're going to do to turn that into Mixolydian, that note just becomes a G. You turn all those G sharps into Gs. Or, like I said, over the A11, just play D major. You know, you could just do that. So I'll try and show you a little bit of that. Which button is it? Yes! I really should know this by now. just a fun sequence to play over, and it's nice because you get to play the 3 times round. Here, you can stay in the A major scale for a while and just play your licks and just have some fun. And you've only just got to play the change for that A11 or G major 7 over A chord. You've only really got to worry about playing a change over that chord. So for those people that maybe haven't played the change as much or haven't, you know, done that kind of thing, it's quite a nice sequence to play over because you've only got to change over that last chord, is what I'm trying to say. So change down to the G natural note rather than the G sharp. So it's a good sequence for that. And just, you know, try and, whether you've got a loop or something, or you've got some software, get that sequence going, or get maybe a backing track of the original and just jam over it. It's loads of fun. So, a couple of places I was playing in. I started off down here. I was in the F sharp minor, kind of as I see it, which is A major pentatonic as well. So I was playing a little bit down there. I was also using the traditional kind of A major shape here. Which I use a little bit. The one I prefer the most is which is out of all this kind of 3 note per string shape. I'm not sure what my fingers are doing today. They don't want to work. So I'm doing a lot of that and just sliding around. That's more of an arpeggio kind of thing, isn't it? And then of course when we go over the A11, I'm then thinking D major, A Mixolydian, whichever. So I'm thinking this, which is D major. So I'm playing that over the A11. So I'll try and show you a little bit of that quickly. So I'll be in the A major here for a minute. And then I'll try and change to the D major over that last chord. So let's have a go. D major. That's A. Just for this chord sequence. So have a go, and it's just a really fun one to play over, for me anyway. When you're playing weddings and stuff, you have to find the fun stuff to do whilst you're thinking about the cake that you're going to eat later, if there's any left, you know. But yeah, this is a fun song to play a solo over. Have a go, see how you get on with the sequence. Just really quickly, gear wise, quite a few people have been asking me about the gear that I'm using on these videos. It's usually pretty simple. I keep things very simple. As you can tell, I usually can't remember which switch it is on the timeline for the looper, because I'm a bit old school. I just plug stuff in and set it and forget it, and then just switch it on when I want it. So anyway, I'll probably do a proper gear rundown or something at some point if anybody's really that bothered with my gear. But to answer a few of your questions, I'm always using the Bad Cat. It's like my number one. It's my number 1 amp. I've got a Mesa Boogie Subway Reverb Rocket, and I've got a 1980s Marshall Lead 12 combo, which is a little solid state thing, which sounds cool as well. But it's usually the Bad Cat, which is on the edge of breakup the whole time. So this is, let's turn the looper off for a minute. There we go. That's how the Bad Cat sounds with no pedals. So it's already on the edge of breakup. And And that's how I found over the years how I prefer amps to be set, is just on the edge of breakup. I'm not a fan of a really pristine, clean kind of sound. I like to dig in a bit. And when you dig in on a clean sound that's got loads of headroom, you know, the kind of transient sort of take your fillings out and stuff, take your teeth out. So I like to dig in a little bit. So it's always on the edge of breakup, but then if I play lighter, it's clean. And same on the neck pickup. If I play nice and light, whereas if I dig in, it starts to break up a little bit. That's how I like it set. And then I'm just using, for most of the time for these videos, I'm using like an AC booster, an exotic AC booster, the old yellow box exotic AC booster, which sounds like this. Which I like on the bridge pickup, sounds cool. It's a bit muddy for the neck pickup. So on the neck pickup quite a lot I use, currently, my current ODR pedal of choice is a Vemaram Shanks, which is on the neck pickup. And the reason I said ODR of choice is that I love that circuit, and I've usually got a few of those pedals kicking around, but that's the shank. So that's all I'm really using. I've got a light speed here, which I use to push both of them sometimes, but that's for the gear, for the videos that I'm doing for the technique stuff. That's generally all I use. It's mostly the exotic AC booster if I'm on the bridge pickup, and that's it. So sorry, it's not very interesting, is it? It's not loads and loads of gear, but that's all I need. I'm happy with that. Anyway, I hope it's been a bit of a fun one today. Go and have a bit of fun with this chord sequence and just have a jam along with it. It's a fun one. Let me know how you get on in the comments. I'd love to find out how you get on with it. Chuck a comment below. I read every single comment and I try and respond to as many of them as possible, usually all of them, but you know, I do miss a few. I apologise if I do. If you want to leave a tip, there's a PayPal link in the description below. Thank you so much for those of you that sent tips over recently. I really appreciate it. I can't send messages back to you via PayPal. It won't let me because we're not connected for whatever reason. So I want to thank you personally on camera for sending the tips over. Every little bit helps, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And hit the subscribe button if you like my content and it's helping you, and like the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. See you later.